Welcome OPPO's product expert, Mr. Charles Nam.
Good evening, everybody. It brings me great delight seeing familiar faces from our last launch, as well as new faces in the crowd. If this keeps up, I think kailangan na natin ng dalawang hotel next product launch, no? This is a big testament to our continued success and our growing partnership. The brand name OPPO has become synonymous with selfies. We have been at the forefront of the selfie revolution, helping people express themselves. When we created the F5, we just wanted to answer one very basic question. Our question was, what makes a beautiful selfie? Right now, I think there are about 300 or 400 people here in the hotel. If I ask each and every one of you, what makes a beautiful selfie? I might get 300 or 400 different answers. After much research and asking people around, we realized that no matter what happens, the key ingredient to getting a beautiful selfie is to capture the real you. Notwithstanding other factors, if a phone cannot capture the real you, the selfie is worthless. To give you an idea of what we are working with here tonight, let me go ahead and show you a light-hearted video just to set the mood. The message of the video is to avoid heartbreak. Buy an F5 and upload your pictures using it, right? One of the most exciting things about the OPPO F5 is its groundbreaking AI beauty technology. Our AI beauty technology allows the F5 to recognize age, gender, whether you're male or female, skin tone, skin color, even the nationality. How did we do this? We examined more than 1 million photos of different people from across the world. Doesn't matter if they're young or old, light or dark skin. We examined more than 1 million photos just to find out the secret to beautiful selfies. Now, just to give you a little bit of perspective, how big or how many is 1 million photos or 1 million photos? If you had a chance to examine one photo per each second, it will take you 8 days, assuming you don't rest at all. But we at OPPO, we're not afraid of such a gargantuan task. We made sure that we give our customers the best technology there is, and that's why the AI beauty technology was created. To give you a little bit more idea of what the AI beauty technology entails, here's a short video for you. Another secret that makes the AI beauty technology of OPPO so amazing is that every time you open your phone, it builds a very detailed map of your face. Other brands, they can only scan up to 50 facial reference points. But with the OPPO F5, you can get 4 times more details. Instead of 50, you can scan 200 facial reference points. So what does this mean? The F5 not only can give you the perfect natural selfie, but understands your facial features accurately. Compared with other brands, they just have one technique in making your selfies good. But with the OPPO F5, we understand selfies, hence we are called the selfie expert. Another good thing about the OPPO F5 is that it has a technology called Face Comes First. Imagine yourself outside. You're playing with your family, you're having a nice walk in the sun, and you wanted to take a selfie or use the rear camera. But the problem is, the lighting condition is not perfect. With the OPPO F5, once you open the camera automatically searches for your face. You don't have to push any buttons. It looks for you and adjusts the lighting accordingly. so that every shot comes out just right. So what does this mean? With the OPPO F5's AI beauty technology, plus face comes first feature, all of your photos will always be just right. You might be wondering, what is he talking about? Let me go ahead and show you some examples of just how good our camera performance is. Here are some pictures taken with the OPPO F5 and comparing it to the flagship phones of our competitors. With the first one, you will see that beautification modes for male, female, and kids is distinct. If you're a guy, you wouldn't want to be treated with the same beautification technique as a woman, and vice versa, right? There are different techniques, special techniques, that are needed to make sure that your good looks come out on top and capture the real you. Another thing about the OPPO F5 is that despite of difficult lighting conditions, you can go ahead and even have your teeth whitened. Most other brands don't even notice this. Again, going back to the advanced AI beauty technology, plus the 200-point scanning feature, we notice more things that people want to enhance in their selfies. If you're like me, who work long hours in the office, the last thing will be important for you. All the dark circles under your eyes will be taken out by OPPO F5. The bad thing about that is you can't tell your boss that you're a hard worker anymore, because on your selfies, you always look fresh, right? So don't use the F5 if you're asking for a raise. But any other situation, F5 is great for you. Aside from that, you can't go wrong with the bokeh effect. We already told you we're going to capture the real you. But to further give you attention, the OPPO F5 has a built-in bokeh effect so that the background will be blurred. If you take a look at the photo, the subject is crystal clear. The background, on the other hand, has been blurred to give it a very pleasing artistic effect. Most young people nowadays use bokeh photos whenever they take selfies. You can't go wrong with the F5, whether the front or the rear camera is what you're using. The front camera of the F5 sports an amazing 20 megapixel camera with an f2.0 aperture. The rear camera has 16 megapixels with an f1.8 aperture, which is perfect for low light shooting conditions. Don't believe me? Let me go ahead and show you some actual photos taken with the F5. The first set of photos was taken using the rear camera of the F5. Again, the one on the left was taken using OPPO F5. The one in the middle and the one on the right were taken using the flagship phones of our competitors' products. As you can see, the focus is on the face. But with OPPO F5, the details are much clearer. Suffice to say, the camera performance of the OPPO F5 is at par with more expensive phones in its segment. Another example is, what if you're against the light and you're indoors? Of course, the outdoor performance I've just shown you is really great. But what about indoors? Again, the same thing happens. With other brands, the background lighting has a tendency to overpower the face of the subjects. Again, if you want to take a really amazing selfie, the OPPO F5 is the best option. Let's take a look at the front camera. For the front camera, here are some examples of the OPPO F5. Notice that with the OPPO F5, there are two subjects. One is male, the other is female. With other brands, the phone cannot distinguish between gender. Hence, the guy looks a little bit like a girl, and the girl looks like a man, which is not the optimum result. With the OPPO F5, they get distinct beautification treatments. And that's something that only the F5 can deliver. Last but not the least, let's talk about solo selfies. Now I understand most Filipinos are shy, so they take solo selfies most of the time. For solo selfies, again, the F5 is the way to go. Your skin tone looks more natural, the eyes are livelier, and as you can see, the cheekbone, the jawline is more refined. With other brands, most features of your face can be blurred or downright ignored or erased. Of course, I'm just a product expert who works in the lab, who works in the office. If you don't believe me, let me go ahead and call some selfie experts to give you their first-hand account of how good the OPPO F5 is.